Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy X-2 second playthrough. I'm Mysterious JG. I'm trying to speed run through the game the second time, just having fun showing how much less there is to the game when you don't do all the optional stuff, and yet sometimes optional stuff just grabs you and you get sucked in. And in light of that, I'm actually going to save the game, because part of my issue with not doing that side quest is that I couldn't just quit out. Because I hadn't saved the game in so long, it would have been more trouble than it was worth. But we do want to go to Luca, actually, and talk to Rin, and just get a couple of scenes to make sure that we... I think they might be going overboard and just being cautious with it, but this FAQ is suggesting a series of events that we need to make sure we trigger before we do the Act 5 Mihan High Road mystery thing. And just to be on the safe side, we'll do it. If a Riku imposter ever shows up, do I have to dress like that? No, you dress in the stupid Kate Sith costume. The Gold Wings prize government, that couldn't have been fun. No, it wasn't. It sucked. Yeah, I think Xanarkand ruins are not going to be a problem for our level 99 LeBlanc Syndicate. However, we did not appear to get... If we got percentage completion for that little scene with Riku coming over and touching Yuta and getting healed, then it wasn't a full percentage point, because we're still at 97%. So I sure hope we get another 3% just from doing stuff. There's no percentage completion points to it, but another thing we can do on the second playthrough is, we get back to Chapter 5, we can play Blitz against the Xanarkand Abes. But I'm actually... In off-screen action, I did spend way more time playing around the Blitzball minigames than I thought I would. And I was having fun with it until I realized that I basically hit a wall where you couldn't make the team any better without just recruiting a bunch of players from other teams instead of your original members. And that just kind of wasn't as much fun. The idea that you weren't actually playing as the Gullwings anymore. So again, it's basement A. I don't know if the right one's A and the left one's B or what, but well, there's Rin, so I'm assuming this is A. Lady Yuta, creepified. I don't really know you, but I do remember talking quite a bit to your little blonde friend.
Ah, the Lady Yuna.
It's been too long. What you selling this time?
Creepiness.
Entertainment. Lady Yuna's calm has given the people of Spira time.
Could
to
we sell
relax
you a
and enjoy
t-shirt?
the finer things in life. What better time for me to introduce Sphere Break?
This is where I break your
What we know
spheres.
now before Luca will host the inaugural tournament.
That sounds awesome, but
You are more than welcome to compete if you like.
I really have better things to do.
Should we?
Not this time.
Yeah.
Nah, fuck a bunch of sphere break.
Ask around if you would like to know the rules of the game.
But if you would like to bet heavily on the game without becoming familiar with the rules, that is also okay with me. Alright. That is that. Well, I suppose just to be extra sure, we'll walk down here and make sure there's no other scene with Ren that takes place down here. And there isn't. Alright, so we're just gonna go wander around the Mihan High Road a little bit here. I suppose we could teleport to the airship and then land in the Mihan High Road, but it feels a bit lazy. There's one specific person, there's a specific way I want this this mystery to wrap up, but I figure I could showcase all the different ways it could wrap up, since I'm using this FAQ to hopefully be able to actually showcase treasure chest. Do have to be careful, actually. Apparently Riku and Callie can both be the culprit, and you have to be careful that one of them or the other is potentially the culprit. Once you hit Act 5, your Act 5 decisions can't
the
undo
High
it.
Road, where Crusaders once marched toward battle with sin, while travelers fled from its shadow.
Pretty cool, huh?
I walked this road too, on my pilgrimage to Xanarkand.
It was one of JG's favorite parts of the game. It had a whole bunch of new,
You walked by my side. It was a journey filled with laughter.
chit-chatty dialogue between characters. This
Is why it's not actually true, but this is where I always thought I remembered her going.
a lot of fiends today, huh?
I bet you're just dying to hear all about today's high road.
How did you know?
Alright. That's the gist of it. We will not ride the hover. We will... Okay, let's see. I actually do want to do that at some point. This is the south end. Okay. We want to find an Albed woman on the high road. We want to talk to Prophet and his assistants at the north end of the high road. We want to go to the old road and do something with Chocobo Eater. Take a hover from high road north end to high road agency front. I guess I'll just talk to... And nobody bothers to explain the statue anymore. If I recall correctly, that is Lord Meehan, the guy that the high road is supposed to be named after. So I'm just kind of keep the eyes peeled for Albed ladies. Oh, the Albed ladies. Oh, the Albed ladies. $500 kill. All right, that's huge. I don't think there's anybody hiding back here, is there? Nope. Anyway, yeah, so, could be worse. I'm not doing, Are you walking down the high road? That's something I haven't seen in a while.
Well, how did you get here?
Circlet. So they can all dress as pretty princesses. Assuming I can find 2 more circlets. Yeah, so running the length of the high road, it does seem kind of silly. I'm not doing the publicity minigame. Excuse me. I'm going to kind of a lot of trouble just to make sure that we can actually do the, see the different versions of the Meehan High Road mystery at the end. The premium, quote, best one, the one that gets you the best in-game reward, is the one that we actually already did, where we find out that Riku is accidentally responsible for everything that happened. So I guess at some point I need to be sure that we don't accidentally trigger that again, because I'd like to see the various other ways that that can resolve. Okay. So that might be the person we're supposed to make sure we talk to. I'm not 100% sure on that. But every chapter has a couple of things you're supposed to do on the Meehan High Road just to make sure. Basically, you got to trigger all the different Meehan High Road plot stuff to make all the different things come out. Hello, what are you doing over here? We're experimenting to see if we can synchronize the High Road Makata. Don't tell anyone you've seen this. This is actually, for the one that I really want to get, like if I could only pick one to showcase that I wanted to showcase, I think that's the only thing I really need to do. Seeing Rin and Luca might not have been necessary, and that sucked up half a video's worth of that nonsense of the Moogle and the balloon minigame, but an iron bangle, oh my god, that's the best thing ever.
Oh, this makes up for the time that Lightning and Zaz missed one of those.
I don't know if it was an iron bangle or what the accessories were in that game, I don't really remember. I want to ride the head over that That's just too bad, ain't it? You can leave now. What the fuck is wrong with this guy anyway? I mean, he's a member of the Luca Goers. He's apparently still bitter about the way that Titus defeated him in the past.
You know, if it makes you feel better, Titus is dead.
He's like, I feel much better. You can leave now. Use the back door. Alright, so... Ooh.
I'm programming these Machina. They can be a touchy bunch, but all they need is a little extra TLC, you know what I mean?
Sorry.
Oh, it's treasure chest. It's my memories of Titus. Oh, or eye drops.
High Road feels so empty without the... yeah. People campaigning to get the Chocobos back, they can be responsible too. Depending on what you do when you're trying to solve the mystery. Can't go back here. So that woman's afraid of Machina. Which seems reasonable considering what happens later. Make sure you don't miss talking to Prophet and his assistants at the north end. Go to the Old South, take a... I think at this point I can just ride up to the north end and there's a couple things I need to do, but they're all... I'm not skipping very much, but I come up here, there's somebody I gotta talk to up at the north end, then I gotta go to the old road, which connects us from here. See, Prophet's a named character, but he doesn't even get like a unique sprite. I'm campaigning for the return of our beloved
Chocobos to the Behan High Road. Like, I want everyone to agree with me. So I stop passerby to spread the good news.
I'm trying to make him talk like Zhang Jiao, but I think he's supposed to be like a Southern California hippie.
I work with this gentleman in fighting for Chocobo rights. We gladly go to any ends to bring Chocobo back. Though we do anything to see Chocobo's return to the high road, I'm a little worried we're letting go of our personal lives.
Everyone calls me Prophet because my work touched in the future, and I'm proud of that moniker. Like I spend my wisdom. Spread my wisdom to all. Heed my call. Okay. And are you the guy who was in the Youth League and is always giving you a heart? No. He's just wearing Youth League outfit. He's not the... Shouldn't they be doing something? She's clearly got the hots for Prophet. So now I'm supposed to head for the old road south and spot a little Chocobo eater. I could ignore you. Does it feel like it? Oh, look at him. He's adorable. Oh, damn. Throat's bothering me. So we saw that the only thing that's left to do is to actually ride a hover from the north end to the agency, and that triggers a little scene. And then we are done goofing around with this place for Act 1. And we can go do the hotspots and ignore everything else. So I suppose if you really wanted to, you could still kind of track how much the main story takes up, and how much all the side stuff takes up by just like a video like this. You could just take it off the count. Although I suppose we'll get to so this scene is the thing where we see a hover fall off a cliff. I don't think we saw that before, did we? How many times have I told you to put the hover in park when you stop? The hovers glide easily. Just a little push is all it takes for them to move. One mistake and you get someone killed. Do you hear me? Oh, there you go. You can also see that event in Chapter 2, 3, or 5, although there's no point why you'd do it in Chapter 5. Okay. Alright, well that's done. We have, a whole bunch of shit we have to do in Chapter 2. Although Chapter 2 is when we, Chapter 2 is when we actually do that quest where you capture chocobos and shit, so, it is important to do things a very specific way there. And Chapter 3 is where we have the mini game where you fight the rampaging robots. So Chapter 1 is the only one where nothing much seems to happen, but you still have to go or you mess everything up. Alright, well, let's board an airship, and I guess to make things a little different, we'll hey, how come there weren't chocobos? I'm glad we made it back before dusk. I don't like the high road sunset. What, you don't like the high road sunset? Oh, I guess if we were paying a really close attention to her backstory, there's probably something there. Meanwhile, Buddy's telling us not to go mess with Xanarkin because it's too scary, but fuck that, let's do Xanarkin first, and we'll deal with Besaid second this time, and that'll make things a little different, sort of, I guess.
This is where we sat, that night. The 7 of us. I've never talked
The Magnificent Seven.
I didn't want to share my
The
memories.
Sinful Seven.
I wanted to keep that feeling, this place, within me forever.
But then Sid turned it into a tourist attraction,
Now
so
look at it.
the place sucks. Look at all those jobbers.
A tourist attraction.
Whose idea was that?
Only your dad could be that stupid. Stop. Stop.
Oh.
Alright. So let's see how quickly we can do this thing. There are, I guess we have to talk to Asaru. Yeah, we have to talk to Asaru. It is required.
Yuna? You've changed so much, I hardly recognize you.
I don't recognize you. Who are you?
Remember me?
Remember me and Charlie? Sorry, could you remind me? And that's another thing I can do in this version, is to just constantly, like, not remember who people are.
No, nothing. No idea who you are.
Don't worry. It's been 2 years after all. I'm Isaru, a summoner forever second to you.
You sure it's not third?
Oh. Why are you here?
Ah, yes. I've been helping Sid with his work.
Oh!
Don't look at me.
And she
I
shoves
guide
Riku
people
off
through
the cliff.
Xanarkand, once the most sacred of places. People come from all over Spira, sphere hunters too.
They know who I am, even if you don't.
Ugh. What the heck is Pop thinking?
He's thinking cha-ching,
I can
big money.
see this is upsetting you.
But too bad.
But this is a place of great historical importance for all of Spira.
Don't give me that shit.
I know, but still.
Spira's not a very big place, so people kind of have to go everywhere and see everything, or they run out of stuff.
Forget it.
If you say so. Ah, I must be getting to work now. Please, take care, Yuna.
I mean, when you think about it, Sphera is actually an incredibly tiny place. There's not that many places to go. The entire world is smaller than a small town as far as visitable locales. Although with Bavel, they imply that there's this huge city there that you just never get to see.
Hey, remember like weird, scary old dude who turned out to look like Trema was floating around here talking to us before?
Taro, Hana, you ready?
Oh man, I have to talk to these kids too.
What was the clue again?
It was get bent.
Come on, it's key. All right, let's head out.
Action
Yes,
Jackson is a name. Uh-huh.
So you are allowed to ignore
Which way?
some
That way.
stuff.
Yes.
Let's chase these kids. Steal the treasure spheres from them. If if they don't resist, there'll be no need to hurt them.
Lady Yuna,
Oh, who the hell are you?
do you remember me?
Fuck no.
It's me, Posse. Well, anyways,
Meh, Foss is a little more saddened.
this is Hana, and this is Taro.
Oh, I remember them for sure.
Nice to meet you, Lady Yuna.
What are you doing here? There are fiends around.
And there's a weird guy in a mask behind you.
Fiends?
I'm not
Talking about pain either.
Uh-huh, that's right. We're sphere hunters.
And
The Kindergartens!
fiend hunters too.
The Kindergartens!
You here on some kind of treasure hunt?
Sphere
So
hunt.
key must be a clue to finding the treasure.
Uh-huh, that's right.
And don't steal our treasure either, you bitch.
We paid 15 whole gil for that.
Oh, come on, kids. I got like 660,000 gil just from watching the Blanc Syndicate beat up monsters in Creature Creator mode.
Kindergartens!
That would make it, that'd be very useful for paying off Owaka's debt, except I have no intention of doing that this time. I'm not even gonna go encounter him.
15 gil for a clue?
Well, at least they were able to buy a clue. That's better than you've been able to do, Pain.
Who's the desperately important scene with this guy?
Do you read me?
Is there anyone here standing like 2 feet away from me listening?
Oh, hey, I wanted to double check that clue. It's Mon, right? Nah, it's just that I heard some kids saying it was key. Yeah, I figured it was Mon.
It's pretty funny.
Over and out.
The way that the clue is Mon. It's
The
pretty
clues
hilarious.
are Key and Mon.
What? The Gullwings?
Whoa.
Keymon?
Pokemon? Digital monsters? Alright, that's Digimon.
We won't let you off so easily this time.
So Riku is a better puzzle solver apparently than Pain. Or Yuna. Pain didn't even take a crack at it. So, I'm not sure why the LeBlanc Syndicate thug is fighting his bosses here, but and I don't know what those blue things flying around them actually represent, which buff that is.
Oh well, now we know that the clue is Keymon, so, great.
Which really is fabulous, such majestic beauty. Hey, you aren't sphere hunters, are you?
Yep, where are the goings?
Must you be so sickeningly honest? If I recall correctly, it attacks you anyway, so...
Parting is such sweet sorrow.
What's really annoying is that, Logos, I think, whichever one, no, Ormi. Logos is the skinny one, Ormi is the fat one. He has this thing where he spins around and throws his shield. It doesn't do much more damage than any of his other attacks, and it takes forever.
I never dream of picking on little kids. I have assistance for that.
How she's dreamed of picking on us. Apparently it's a big thing for this woman. So it would be fun if the LeBlanc Syndicate theme played when LeBlanc was in the LeBlanc Syndicate are actually fighting our battles for us, but it doesn't. And we've just got a deal. I guess there's a save point before we get to the very end of this, so I can save it. Makes sense, huh? If there's a save point where there was in the last game, then we'll just use that and call
The
it a video.
clue is monkey, right?
No, it's Kimon. Weren't you paying attention?
Just a coincidence?
Oh, we don't have to do that crap, do we? We don't have to do the pairing up the monkey love game. Thank goodness. That is not a minigame I particularly need to repeat. It took forever. Alright. That's gonna be it for this video. And when we come back... God, how many videos are we at here now in this second run through? Feel like... I'm just gonna check while you guys look at the screen here. 3 videos so far, one of which probably like an entire video of which would be taken up with not, you know, it's like half of one video and half of another, but really we've had about 1 video's worth of this Mihen High Road nonsense. And we're about to finish one of the 2 hotspots. So I feel like probably Act 1, if you're just doing main story stuff, is probably looking to be about 6 videos long. We'll see, folks. We'll see. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for more Final Fantasy X-2. Bye-bye.